The section where Team Trump did their illegal photo op at Arlington Cemetery, Section 60, is where service members killed in Afghanistan and Iraq are buried. One of those brave service members buried in Section 60 is Army Captain Humayun Khan, who was awarded a Bronze Star after being killed in Iraq in 2004. His father, Khizr Khan, spoke out against Donald Trump's anti-Muslim bigotry during the 2016 presidential campaign. And Khizr Khan joins me now. Mr. Khan, it is an honor. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
As a Gold Star father, how did you process what Donald Trump and his team did, abusing, apparently shoving an Arlington National Cemetery employee, a woman, and then calling her a liar and questioning her mental stability?
Joy, we are frequent visitors of Arlington Cemetery. We are there every Memorial Day, Veterans Day, during holidays. The staff there is so courteous and professional. For many, many years since Captain Humayun Khan was buried, we had been visiting and we had been interacting with this staff. They are extremely, extremely polite, courteous, and helpful. They are there to serve the institution of these heroes, where the heroes are buried, and their families that come there to visit. And to see this was disgusting by Trump, but not surprising because of his behavior, because of his contempt for our heroes, for our veterans, for our military families. If I may give you two examples of his behavior that explains his contempt, and this is a gesture of that contempt, what took place in Arlington Cemetery a couple of days ago. In 2017, standing in Section 60 with General Kelly, who was his national security Security
Advisor.
Well, later he became National Security Advisor. He was at that time
his chief of staff.
His advisor on one of the departments.
Homeland Security.
Homeland Security. Later on, he became his National Security Advisor, his chief of staff, is standing there where young Lieutenant Kelly is buried, standing with a Gold Star father, General Kelly. He asks, what is in it for them?
Yeah.
Second example of his contempt that is publicly reported by all media, in 2018 in France, he went there to participate in the commemoration of end of First World War, where our heroes are buried. He says, to me, they are suckers and losers.
Yeah.
That is an expression of contempt that he harbors, he carries with him. He should have not been allowed to even enter Arlington Cemetery with that background.
Yeah.
I was disgusted, disappointed, but not surprised.
Yeah. I mean, he got into some hot water. One would think he would back off of it for saying that he prefers the Presidential Medal of Freedom over the Medal of Honor. He has doubled down on that. Let me play that for you.
I always say I'd rather get the Presidential Medal because the guys that came in, other than you and a few others, oftentimes they've suffered greatly, right? They've suffered greatly, or they're not around.
He said before that it's better because those who receive the Medal of Honor are either wounded or they are deceased. I happen to know a Medal of Honor winner who is Jack Jacobs. It's stunning to hear somebody who was commander-in-chief say that. But for you, it has to be even more painful.
Yeah, every time he opens his mouth, disgust comes out. And these awards are an acknowledgement of the sacrifice and service of recipients. As a nation, we recognize them. There is no comparison. Each one has its own dignity. Each one has its own place in the hearts and minds of this nation.
Yeah.
So to then begin to compare, no one will do this except Donald Trump.
Yeah.
That is his nature. As a wise person said, that Donald Trump is nothing but ego and appetite. Wherever he will go, whatever he will touch, he will create disturbance, he will create disgrace, and that is what we are watching.
Indeed, Khizr Khan, a Gold Star father, thank you so much. We appreciate you and your family. You've sacrificed much for this country, and we appreciate you, and thank you so much for spending some time with me.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.